Well, good morning, good day, good evening, wherever you are, whenever it is. For me, it is Tuesday, February 8th, 2022, and man, oh man, the world is waking up and almost being lit on fire. So, as you saw from the title, there's so many big things going on, from the freedom rallies and the truck convoys to World War III and us just literally hanging over the brink. I'm losing my balance. I hope whoever's got their finger there isn't having the same problem. That there's so many things going on, it's just grabbing our attention. And I'm seeing people post video after video after video like every hour. And I'm like, how are you keeping up? But they can. I just wanted to throw in my 2 cents because even though I'm shifting the way I want to talk to you, what's happening right now is exactly the kind of moment that we in this world here now today should grab onto. And not just in a passive observational way, because throughout time and throughout recorded history, people recorded history. They drew rocks, or they drew symbols on rocks. They made statues. They did their best to communicate what was happening to them in their day, in their time, and in their way. And, you know, you've heard me talk about journal, vlog, create as the 3 ways I want to share with you to really express yourself. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about each 3 and how now is so momentous across the history and the epoch and the annals of time. I don't want you to miss out in case you want to get involved. And so the first one we'll do is the obvious one, is the journal. And you know, throughout history we have read people's diaries, right? They've given you personal accounts of their experience in the context of an event or events. And so there's really 2 super valuable things you can do right now in terms of recording your personal, authentic point of view and experience within the context of what's happening to so many people. And that's what makes history later so fabulous, is when you get a lot of different perspectives and points of view. So even while you may never personally share your information, you just never know what will happen over the course of time. And so, you know, there's 2 ways to really talk about it. One is just sort of a blow-by-blow action. You know, what's happening to you, what's happening to others, recording it in a linear way, a chronological way. This is history. We are in history happening in a really big way. And you have your personal and unique perspective to share, not only just with yourself and maybe your family, but with a whole lot of other people, intended or not. So it's a very powerful way to really get in real time on paper, because we don't know if digital will last. We'll need electricity for that. So it's a really powerful way to get your perspective, your story on paper, so that it can be part of a compilation that will really show things through the course of time. You can think about Anne Frank's diary, just how powerful that has been for so many of us in so many different ways, that she took the time to write her personal experience and her story in her diary. The second way you can do it is through what I call more the journaling process. And that's not just a recording the events, but really recording how you feel about that, what your observations are. And if you really want to do something powerful and authentic for yourself, somebody had written in the notes at one point, like, I want to learn to journal to discover about who I am. Boy, now is a fabulous time to learn more about yourself, because how you are reacting to the events, whether you're for them, whether you're against, whether you think they're right, whether you think they're wrong, why you feel that way, what you really think is happening. When you can start to write those kinds of things down, it not only clarifies them for yourself, but it helps you see what your interpretations are, what your beliefs are, and is your box too tiny or is it too big? Do you need to be more expansive in your thinking? Do you need to do more research? I mean, really, where are you getting your beliefs from? Do you have just a single source, or a tiny source, or a small number of filters, or are you bringing in all kinds of different opinions to help shape and guide you? And you'll really be able to tell when you go back and you read what you wrote, paying attention to the tone. Are you defensive? Are you angry? Are you afraid? Are you excited? Are you feeling a lot of gratitude? Or are you feeling a lot of fear? These are the kinds of things that you can observe afterwards if you just let yourself get it out. Just something to think about. The next way is the vlogging, to create video. Now lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people are doing video. So you can do a video like me. I'm telling you about my personal experience observing. It gets me all excited. It's a great way to record your point of view in history in real time. It's something that we've never been able to do at such a mass level. I mean, just think about all the things that we have learned and discovered by having everybody record what's going on, as opposed to just a tiny few from one or two vantage points. So you can physically document what's happening, and you can also record it as part of your story. Now you can see where I'm at, there's nothing going on. When I wake up in the morning, I don't know anything, because my world does not change from day to day other than the temperature and the climate and the weather. That's all that changes, right? My world doesn't change, my environment doesn't change. I have no awareness that things are going on out in the world, except for people who are recording it, writing about it, talking about it. They are bringing that world to me. So if that's something that you value, that is awesome. In the same way, over the years, I've tried to bring you something I value, which is this little tiny bubble that so many of us have created by moving away from the chaos. Now, it's not an exciting way when there's a lot of excitement going on, but it is a way. So just a little bit of thought about how you can mark this moment in time through video, audio, a way to record it visually. The third thing is to create. And I believe it was Andrew Breitbart who said that politics follow culture. And looking at that more, I thought it really is culture follows art. It's the imagination, it's the creativity, it's the artists that lead culture. Now, unfortunately, we've been led down a path that I don't really particularly like, but it doesn't mean that there's not still value. And, you know, we've seen that in a lot of ways. We've seen that in memes that come out that talk about culture as art. We've also seen it at a practical level, people making signs, people making banners. There's a lot of things you can do, not just to make money, but to express how you feel, to get those emotions into a physical form is a very powerful use of creation, whether it's building something with metal and wood and hammers and power tools, or if it's painting or drawing, or if it's writing a story. The act of creating is such a powerful way to record and document your personal experience throughout history that's happening to all of us. So it's not just what's happening to you home alone, in your family, in your mind, in your body, in your personal world, but your experience in a collective history. I'll never forget the first time in California when we moved back. I think I was 16, something like that. But anyways, we had a earthquake, and you feel like it's happening just to you, right? I'm in the house, the couch starts to shake. It's very upsetting. You're like, oh my gosh, what's happening? But then I went to school and everybody was talking about having the same experience, and it felt first like it was my private experience, but then everybody else was having that experience, and it was so different to have a collective point of view about what felt like a personal experience. And that's what's happening right now. There's a lot of personal experiences, part of a collective, and that's what will make the historical recollection of this moment in time awesome to witness. So just a little bit of my thrown in about what's going on out there in all kinds of crazy ways. I hope you're safe. I hope you're participating if you can, even if it's just through prayer or emotional support. Things are heating up. So with that, I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to encourage you to get your way out so that you can be part of this moment. And with that, my friends, I will see you next time.